Okay, pardon me for the mess. Sometimes the homestead gets a little messy. Like the last couple days, our biggest pig, female pig, which was an IPP pig, um, is extremely big for one compared to the other one. And she showed signs of stress, heart stress yesterday. Last night she started laying down, wouldn't get up and eat. She's doing the same thing today. Now she's 8 months. She's 8 months old. Slaughtering weight should be in around 10 months, 9 to 10 months. She's 8 months now. We're gonna go ahead and dispatch her tomorrow morning and start butchering her. Unfortunately, we don't have the equipment to do it, so we're kind of like my husband would call it mexneering. I would call it just problem solving on the farm, because we intensely were planning this out because he has a different way of things to get done, because we have a big problem right now. We have a big problem, and that's trying to get, I would have to say she's about 300 pounds, easily 300 pounds, out of the deep snow, out of that pig pasture. That means there's going to be, the fence is like 4 feet under the ground. So he's trying to dig out a gate on the other side where I can show this stuff tomorrow, but it's very complicated to get her, get Charlotte separated from Penelope and to dispatch her right there, or we haven't decided if we want to pull her out and dispatch her somewhere else. But I'm telling my husband to go ahead and dispatch her, and then we can pull her into the sled, and then cut her arteries and bleed her out, and then we can pull her out and then close the gate, and we can let Charlotte back into the pen that she's originally from, so she doesn't stress out anymore. And then pull Penelope out, because she's going to already be dispatched and she's not going to know anything. But pull that sled out and into the trail, into the woods. From the woods, we're going to go, because the snow is just super deep back there. And it's all ice right now because everything is melting, which is a disadvantage for us. It's an advantage to process her, but it's a disadvantage to get such a big animal out of a area where the snow is super deep and icy. So we're going to try to get her onto that trail and into I'll show you later. I'll do a really quick video of how we're going to do this, and then I can bring it up, or we're going to bring it up to the other gate that will bring it into the connecting paddock and the connecting door to the bigger barn. And then we're going to make a ramp to get her carcass up and over the lip of the big barn and into the garage, and then slide her through the garage onto the trail that we walk up from the house. Now, once we get her up there, it's scot-free because the trail is all downhill, but the trail is also all ice, and this is going to be a very big pig after she's dead weight. And going downhill, we have to be very careful with that. So the process was to get the blades that we have. All of our equipment's not coming in till Friday. We can't wait till Friday. I don't want her to die, and we're going to lose out on that meat. So tomorrow morning, possibly today, we are going to dispatch her and start working on our prime cuts with her. But the only thing I've got available are some old blades for the all-saw blades to cut her in half. And I've got 3 of these. These are wood blades. They're not bone blades. My bone blades are coming on Friday, and there's nothing I can do about that. And then I've got these little ones, which is for metal, which is not going to probably work at all. Other than that, my husband's got it is a skinning processing toolkit that I had purchased for him for deer hunting. So we're going to be using the Skinner in that kit. There's only one Skinner, but I think we can make another knife in that kit work. So we're going to go ahead and bring her up here. We're going to take her to the front of the garage. And I've got the garage already kind of cleaned up and the table's out ready for processing. We actually spent probably a good hour trying to figure out how we're going to attach her to the bucket of the tractor. The tractor is ready to go. We have what we're going to do is just strap her with the, instead of hooks, we're going to strap her to, what do you call them? Come along, not come alongs. It's straps, winch straps. Winches are, what do you call those? I can't think of it, but it's those ratchet straps. That's what they are. Ratchet straps, 2 of them, 1 for each leg. And hopefully we can figure out how to separate the legs so that we can start to take out the guts and, gut her and, start to skin her. But I got the refrigerator all cleaned. I got the table out. I moved stuff around. I broomed out the barn, the garage, and that's ready to go. The tractor's ready to go. The table's ready to go. The saws are ready to go. We're going to dispatch her with my 30-30, and that should do the job. We already know where to shoot her, and we know where to cut her arteries, which is right under the jawline, right up here, right under the ears. So we're going to bleed her out in there. We're going to bleed her out into the sled that we're going to put her in, and then hopefully it'll eliminate some of the mess and then the trauma for Charlotte and the other animals that are watching. And, animals do watch, so we have to be very cautious with that. But I'll take you out and show you what we're going to do, the process of it, or how it's going to, I hope it turns out well. I told my husband, please, please, please think, slow thinking, because the last time he did something with the chickens, I don't know if she was nervous or he at an odd angle, he cut himself so severely. We had to stop processing the chickens. So this time I'm going to tell him, because we're going to be using a firearm, it's 30-30. It's a pretty powerful rifle, and he's going to have to slit 2 sides of this beast's throat and trying to get the knife through the hide is the first time for him. So he's going to have to be very careful, not do it fast, to do it methodically and slowly. And the slower we go, the better we'll do it. So this is going to be a slow process. And then I'm hoping patiently and slowly, because I don't want to see him get hurt. And I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want my animals to get hurt. And, it's a dangerous process. So we can take you along for some of the stuff, but I'm just really not looking forward to it. I don't have the equipment that I really want to do a 300-pound pig, but we're going to have to, because I don't want the meat gone. We work very hard in trying to fatten her up, and she's very fat. She's very big. She's got really good hams on her, and I do not want to see that go to waste. So stick around, watch what we're doing. More later.